Hello, hello. This is Cheryl Lentz, independent Stampin Up Demonstrator, coming to you talking on Tuesday at 2. So I have a really fun Easter card to make with you today. I started playing with them this morning. I was making my Easter card for my class on March 26th. I have an Easter class going 2 sessions all day long. And so I'm starting to do a bunch of cards. I like to pull out all my Easter sets and all the things I think could go with, and then just kind of keep making cards and then pick 4 from the ones that I made. But today's card I made using the stamp set Full of Happiness. And so I wanted to show you how to do that on the Stamparatus. I did not do it when I stamped the initial card, but it would be much easier to use the Stamparatus and have it all set up. So if you're joining me, welcome. I appreciate that. If you're joining me late or watching me a little bit later, let me know. I appreciate that too. So if you hit that little share button and spread the word if you like the card that you see today, I would appreciate that. I will have the video on YouTube and on my blog also later today. So big day today. It's my dad's 94th birthday. So on Sunday we all got together and had a big pizza party. I cooked. I had pizzas delivered from Domino's. It was excellent. And they did a great job, and everybody got lots to eat, and it was a lot of fun. So today was the actual day. So Peter and I and my sister Marlene went over and took them Portillo's. Thank you, Lisa. She introduced us to Portillo's. Took him the Chicago-style dogs. So that's how he celebrated his 94th birthday. He was thrilled. He loved it. So anyhow, if you're on, let me know you're on. Say hi. I can't see once I turn the camera around. So let's get started, and I'll show you a couple of the things that we're doing, and I'll show you all the moving parts because I'm using dies from 3 different die sets. So it's one of those combo cards where I'm borrowing pieces from all of our different dies and suites. So here we go. Camera's turned around. Let's do this. Okay. So a lot of times when I'm doing this, I try to stay, I'm going to see if I can make this a little bigger. You know, why do I have trouble with this every week? Okay, there we go. I try to stay within using just that one suite, but this just didn't work that way. So here's the card that we're going to be doing. This cute little one. It's with this Full of Happiness stamp set. It is in the mini catalog on page 44. It coordinates with the dino dies that cuts out the egg. So this little egg has a die that cuts it out. And so here's the inside, here's the front, but it's this little chick that I found much easier to put on her lips and her eyes using the Stamparatus. So let's get started. I'll show you how I did that. I'm going to set this aside. So here's my Stamparatus. If you don't have one, this is a grand tool to use if you're making anything that you're fitting the pieces together and have to kind of do some fussy stamping with. A lot of you might not know this. This is a deluxe foam mat. So the Stamparatus comes with just a black mat like this, okay, that fits up in the corner. And this is the same thing, except it has this nice plastic over it and it has the grid. We also sell paper, that a stack of paper that can go up in here, which works out nicely too. So if you're doing something where you want to mark off exactly where you place your different pieces, if you have to move it around, the paper is really nice to do that, and then you have a record of what you're doing. Today I have everything just in one spot, so I'm just going to use the deluxe foam mat today. So what I do, my magnets are underneath. That's where they're kept. I have packing tape on my magnets, so it makes it much easier for them to move them around. So you have to make sure that you keep them far apart because they will jump together. It's unbelievable. When I'm using the Stamparatus, I put everything, my friend Stephanie showed me this, I put everything in our logo corner. think that's high enough up. Let me make sure I'm in there. Okay, let's move this up just a little more. There, okay. I put everything in the logo corner here. That way I don't have to remember anything. I just know that that's where it goes. So I line up my cardstock. I put on my magnets here. Ta-da, ta-da. And then ahead of time, I lined up, then you have these plates. It comes with 2 plates. You can buy extra plates, which if you're doing something with a lot of different things, the extra plates work out nice, because I have 1 plate for the chick, I have 1 plate for the eyes and the mouth, and then 1 for the inside. So you go straight down to load your plate in there. And what you want to do is have, let's see here, I'm going to use the yellow. I'm using all kinds of pretty springtime colors. You want to have either the stamp set, yeah, I'll put the stamp set. The stamp set or an ink pad or something underneath here so that you have a level playing field here when you're putting your ink on. So I'm putting my magnets in place. I have my little chick all lined up already. And he is Daffodil Delight. Let's see if I'm over too far, maybe. Hello, Joan. I had to stand up and I got to see Joan is here. Yay, that's exciting. Hello, Joan. Here we go. We're gonna go that. I'm gonna use Daffodil Delight on my little chick. So I'm just gonna tap it on here. Tap, tap, tap. And this is one of those distinctive stamps. So you get light and dark and different textures. It looks really neat. So here we go. So I'm just gonna give it a good press. And ta-da, that part is done. I'm going to wipe this off. I just find it easier to wipe it off as you go along. Otherwise, sometimes you touch it or do something with it. And I'm going to pull that one off. Okay, now I just got ink all over me. Close it up if you're done with it, Cheryl. Just close it up and be safe. Okay, so now I have this one, and it has his little beak and his eyes. So we'll do his little beak next. And I'm going to turn this to the side so I can use this again. I used pumpkin pie for his beak. So I'm going to just tap that on there. Tap, tap, tap. Really soft so that I don't get ink everywhere else. And then, whoopsie. And then, whoop, down and up. There we go. Ta-da. Just perfect. So when I did the card initially, I'll show you this real close. I was just a hair off. There's a little white there. And so I was like, okay, this is definitely one that you want to use the Stamparatus for because it's a lot harder. So you pull it straight out, straight down, and now I have his little eyes all set up. And I'm going to use Memento for that. So just a little tap, tap, tap. There we go. And down. It looks like he has goggles on. There we go. There's our little chick. Isn't that cute? And everything lined up perfectly. So I did that ahead of time. And what I did is I took, where did I put it here? Because it's kind of hard to see it and line it up, I took my chick and I colored them in. I stamped them the first time in a different color. So it was more distinct between the colors. And this is the one I used to line up then. And lined up his little face. Here's the other tester that I lined up. So our chick is done. So I'm going to take him off. Put him off to the side. And then we're going to do the egg. So normally you wouldn't use such a big piece of cardstock for the egg. But I'm just lining it up and putting it on here. Just for show today, right? And here's where are my other ones? Right here. Okay, so in this case, I put the stamps on either side. So first I'm going to do the outline of the egg here with the black. I'm going to move this over to the side. Boy, oh boy, if I don't close stuff up, I am in trouble. Okay, so here's the egg outline. So I'm going to just give it a good press there. And then we're going to come down. Ta-da. The beauty is if the outline isn't good, if you miss a spot, you can always go back and restamp it because everything is staying in the same place. So I'm going to wipe that off and then flip this around. Go straight down. There we go. There, I caught my wire there. And I used mint macaroon. So the colors on this little chick, I used petal pink, pumpkin pie, daffodil delight, and mint macaroon. And then the memento, of course, for the outline here. So I'm going to give that a little tap, tap, tap. And even though I have some of the ink around here, it's not going to get on anything, so we're good with that. So just down, give it a good press, back up, and there we go. My egg is complete. Ta-da, ta-da. Okay. So one more thing I lined up was for the inside. So I'm going to move the little egg to the side. Here I'm going to get the inside piece. And notice I'm laying it all in exactly the same spot. Always in the logo corner. You know what? I need things to be simple, and that just takes away all my questions. Like, where was that? Where did I put it exactly? How is that supposed to go? Takes it all away. So I can just layer it in. I'm turning it today just because it's easier. Normally I would have one going this way, one going that way, and just leave it like that. But because I'm on camera here, I'm making it a little bit easier for myself here. All right, and then down. So the nice thing is, so this is a nice long verse, right? When you set this up on your Stamparatus, these plates have a grid. And so you can see and make sure that your words are on there correctly by lining them up with the grid. So I lined it up and put it on where I thought it would go, and then I double checked it to make sure that it was on a grid line so that I had it exactly straight. Now the only thing I did without using the Stamparatus, I have 3 little flowers in here that, because I was putting them in different spots and not just like running them down the side or something like that, which I could have done, I just tapped them off on the side here. So I'm just gonna, with my petal pink, put in these 3 little flowers. There we go. And then I wanted to bring in another color so that it sort of matched the flowers on the front of the card. I used some DSP from the Dress to Impress suite. So they are petal pink, and then they have a little bit of lipstick. I think this is what I used the light, lovely lipstick. So I'm just going to touch the center of the flower and make that pinker. This is petal pink, and this is the light, lovely lipstick blend so that it matches. So there we go. I have all my pieces together. I'm going to go ahead and put this back where it belongs on here. So see how that, putting that packing tape on there works like a charm. It's really quite handy. Okay, so the only other thing I have to do is I'm going to cut out my egg with the dino dies. So let me move this stuff over here. These little, the dino dies for the dinosaur set that's also in the mini catalog. The egg works for the chicken egg. Chicken laid an egg. Okay, so we're going to bring this over here. I'm going to put my little egg here. Sort of matches. There we go. Put that down. It's nice when you can use these on different sets, you know, kind of cross-reference them and use them so it's not just for one set. And they've been doing that quite a bit. I love that. Thank you, Stampin' Up. That makes it so much more useful when you're, you know, buying these, because they're expensive, and I get that. So the other thing that I did on here is I used 2 dies from these 2 sets, one from each of these sets. The well-written framelits, which are the well-written framelits and the word wishes are both on 197, page 197 of the annual catalog. You can't read what they are. This is what Julie did. One of my paper monkeys did this to help us out. So for the well-written framelits. She cut them all out and then put them on here and made copies. So the people who purchased this from me, they received a copy. It's so much easier to pull this out and know exactly than try to read backwards and upside down, because they, you know, so you see what you have and you can use them more efficiently, is I think is what. So there we go. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to bring my cardstock here. This is the mint macaroon. Here's my little chick. And so I used a piece of designer paper here from the Dress to Impress suite. This comes in 6x6. So what I did was I cut it 5 inches, which leaves me 1 inch to cut. So this 1 inch cut slice, that's 1x6, I cut it down to 5. So I'm only losing, and if I would have used it inside, I could have. I'm only losing 1 inch out of this whole piece, because then once it's cut at 5, I'll just keep cutting it in 1 inch increments for my card. So you're using up your designer paper, every bit of it. Use it efficiently, right? That's what we want to do. Normally, last week I think what I did I used it in the inside and did a little tag kind of hanging in there. But today I did not do that. So, okay, we're going to put our little piece of designer paper on here, like that, there. And then, so what I did is, here's my Easter that I already cut out. I think I'll put my egg on. Let's do this. Let's put this all on first. So here's my backing. Here's my white piece that is 5 by 3 3/4. With my little chick. I'm going to go ahead and put this on. I have ribbon around it, and I have it around the whole piece. I find that it's easier to put it on when I have it layered and backed like that, because it's sturdier. So a lot of times I go around the whole thing. I used to go around in the inside, which I thought was really cool, but I have a couple people, Cindy, you're one of them, that do not like to have the ribbon in the inside. So I've gotten into the habit of not doing that. So I have my piece of ribbon. I have about 16 inches of ribbon here. And this ribbon is the Petal Pink ribbon. It's from the Parisian Blossoms suite. That is on page 15 of the mini catalog. And I thought it matched nicely with this paper, and that's what I use for the base of the card. So I'm going to go like this, do a 90-degree, hold it here. The top one does all the work. It's going to come around here. Whoops. Come around. My fingers are numb on my one hand, so sometimes it's a little bit of a challenge for me. And then I'm watching this here, because I want this to pull and be nice and flat there, like that. Ta-da. And you can always add a little glue dot if you don't get it quite as tight as you would like. And then I'm going to cut this off with our nice big scissors here. And I'll put a glue dot underneath it, just to hold that knot in place. Here's that, here's this. Let me get a glue dot here. I got some glue on there, and on the end there. Okay, ta-da. So we're just going to put this right here, glue that down, okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my egg on. So the egg, half an egg, the half an egg I put on with dimensionals. So I had a little more texture on the card, right? Gives it more interest, I think, to have dimensionals, have some things popped up and some things down. There we go. I'm just gonna peel those on there. One more in the center. There we go. Throw these off. This card is pretty fast, and especially if you're doing a bunch of them, using the Stamparatus makes it so much easier. Lining those little eyes up and the little mouth made it so much easier than the first time I did it. So there we go. Ta-da. Now, I have my words cut out here already, and here's my Easter, which is going to go in here. And then here's the one that says wishes. So what I did is, this one I left in the die. because that dot, the dot on the eye is so tiny, that way I can capture that on my own when I'm ready to put it on. So I'm just going to take my green glue and very, very lightly put a little bit, come on, I know it's there, put a little bit on there, here and there. It doesn't have to be everywhere. You're just sort of spot checking it, right? Put a little here, put a little there. I'm trying to make this so you can see it a little bit too. There we go. Come on. I liked when we used to have some kind of stuff that you could put it on with sticky paper, but we don't anymore, so I don't use it. I use what we sell. This is all Stampin' Up. All Stampin' Up products. Okay, so now I'm just going to pick this guy up and bring it around here. Line up my paper, try to get this straight here. I'm going to put it right here. There we go. Dot, 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 dot. Easter. Now, with the wishes, I'm going to poke out the word, but I'm not going to, I don't want the little dot to come out. And a lot of times what I do, that dot is so small that I will dot it with a diamond, like a rhinestone instead. But on this one, there, see, it comes out very easy. So again, I'm going to put a little bit of green glue, kind of spot here and there. Spot it. There we go. It looks like there's nothing on here. You can also put this on one of your sheets. Shoot, I'm losing my words. Our silicone mat, and then take a sponge and then sponge the green glue on that way. But you know, I'm impatient, and so I just kind of do whatever. Here we go. And okay, there, dot, dot, dot. Okay, now for my little dot. Now I'm going to poke it out, my dot for my eye. I'm going to just put it there. And then I'm going to pick it up with this end, like that. And then put a little tiny bit of glue right there on the end of it. Come on. Whoop, there we go. And then put this down here. Dot. Come on. There we go. There. Ta-da! Green glue gives me a little wiggle room. I can move it over. There we go. Okay. See, I love this pickup tool. If you guys don't have this, it is handy dandy, let me tell you. Okay, there's the front of my card. So now I'm just going to glue this onto the card base, which is Petal Pink. Here we go. All right. I like this, the flowers, because they were small enough and had enough little variety of color. I thought it was a nice combination for Easter. And I wanted something small, like because of the size of the chick. So I was trying to be, kind of get it in the right. Now I decided I needed a little something something on here. So what I do when I want a little something something is I go to my adhesive sequence, my favorite things, and then I just pulled out some of the little flowers, kind of iridescent. There's iridescent ones and there's yellow ones, and so you could do anything. You could do other little colors, and I just put a bunch of them on here in each of the little spots here. Whoop. There, I've taken two. There we go. And that one. And then I did some of the yellow ones here. I have them all over on here. You could do the circles too here. Doesn't have to be just the flower shape. I just wanted to give it a little more texture and something kind of fun. When you move the card around, you'll see kind of a little glimmer from the sequence. It just adds fun. There. These are nice and light. Like my little chick. Ta-da. There we go. Okay. those off to the side, put that off to the side. So the front is done. Pretty cute, right? Now the inside, we already stamped on the Stamparatus and our little flowers there. So I'm just going to put that on here. A little green glue will do it. And line this up, get 3 sides even. Come on down. Give it a good press. There. All right. Ta-da, ta-da. There. And down we go. Put that inside. So look at, that was, I mean, and I did some talking, 25 minutes, but you could do this much faster than that. I mean, once you're just going to town doing it. So there's our little Easter card. So share the video, comment on the video, talk to me, let me know you're here, and you could receive this Easter card in the mail. Isn't it cute? I thought it's kind of cute. So we used things from the Parisian Blossom Suite, the Best Dress Suite, the word dies, 3 different sets of dies. This is one of those cards that put together all the wonderful things that you have, and it's amazing how they all work so well together. That's one of the things I love about Stampin' Up. Everything is made to go together, you know, with all the colors, and all my ink colors match my paper colors, and everything. It's easy to just kind of mix and match and do all this because of that. So there we go. I'm going to turn the camera around. I think that's it. Okay, one other thing. Today is the last day that you can sign up for next month's Paper Pumpkin. You want to do that because it's the anniversary, and you're going to get the free set that, or the set that comes normally with it, plus you're going to get another stamp set for free. And it is, I'm telling you, it's going to be worth your while. So you can sign up for Paper Pumpkin. You can go to my website, stampingjourney.com. I think I put on a little link that you could go in and sign up. And later I will put this video on YouTube also. So Cheryl Stamping Journey on YouTube. Please subscribe. That would be great. You can get in on a drawing for this card. So I'm going to turn the camera around. Oh, Cindy and Marla. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I have people watching me. Yay, yay. And I try to keep to 30 minutes, so I'm not bothering anybody for too long. But I think in the future what I'm talking about doing or thinking about doing, so let me know if you are interested in this, is with everybody staying home and so many things going on, doing a class where you could purchase, doing an online class. So you could purchase the kit. I can tell you what ingredients you need, what stamp sets, what colors. If you have those or have something similar, you could use what you have, or you could purchase the other ones from me. That would be fine. And then I would send out the kit. So then we could sit down together on a designated day, and you can tune me in, and we can stamp together and just kind of work out some cards. And yeah, be together even if you're in your own little stamping area. This is what I love, my stamping area, my little stamping journey. This is where I feel most comfortable. So thank you so much for all you who have joined me. Please share my video. Go on the YouTube, subscribe to the channel. In the future, I plan on doing some YouTube videos when I get that figured out. You know, I'm not very good at this technology thing. But if there's a question, please let me know. And thank you so much. I will be seeing you on Friday for my follow-up Friday. I think I'll do perhaps some more with our Easter cards and share that with you on Friday. So have a great week. Take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you on follow-up Friday. Don't know what time. It'll be a mystery. I will put a little warning shot on about an hour before I go on. So thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.